Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. So I hope you all have enjoyed your vacations and now we are back, and I hope you all have enjoyed your Holi too. Today we'll be taking up your lesson 4, that is a truly beautiful mind. Now there is no author mentioned, but this is the narrative, and let us understand the theme of the story. Now students, great men are not born with special signs. They too are similar to other children, and like other children, their likes and dislikes are quite similar to them. Their parents too take care of them as normal parents do. Gradually, these children develop some specific virtues and become great when they grow up. Now let us understand the summary of this lesson, students. Now this story is about a genius, namely Albert Einstein, who was born on 14th March 1879 in Germany. Okay, his mother thought him to be a nuisance, and he was a nuisance at school. His head seemed too large, and he did not speak till he was 2.5 years old. He played by himself and liked mechanical toys. He learned to play violin at 6 and was interested in music. Once his headmaster told his father that he would never be successful at anything. Einstein was good at studies, but he left school quite early. He wished to continue his education in Switzerland. He was good at mathematics and physics. He decided to study at the University of Zurich after schooling. He found his fellow student Melvia Merrick a clever creature. But later in his life he could marry his sibling Elsa. At the age of 21, Einstein worked as a technical assistant and finally secured a job of a technical expert. His famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity. While he was solving problems in physics, his private life was falling. He wanted to marry Melvia, but they could not live together, and finally the couple divorced in 1920. Later, Einstein married his own sibling, namely Elsa. Einstein published his general theory of relativity in 1916. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. He received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921 and was lauded by the press all over the world. Einstein immigrated to US in 1933. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fusion in Berlin devastated Einstein. Many of them fled, as Einstein too did, as they were afraid that Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. Einstein wrote a letter to Franklin D. Roosevelt, the American president, and warned him that a single nuclear bomb could make a mass destruction. But the Americans secretly developed atomic weapons and dropped them on Japanese city of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August 6, 1945. Einstein was deeply shaken by the havoc and destruction caused by the atomic weapon. He proposed America for forming a world government, but his letter made no impact. Over the next decade, he got involved in politics for an end to the arms build-up and campaigned for peace and democracy. Einstein died in 1955, and the world celebrated him as a great scientist with a truly beautiful mind and soul. And this was it, students. For MCQs and question answers, please contact the numbers given. Thank you. Take care.